Welcome to Teresa's 5 minutes tutorials where I teach you a basic thing that you can use in your drawings straight away. Today I'm going to talk about how to use the bean shape to draw heads. If you can visualize a bean looking straight at you, you have your basic shape for the front view, which is what I'm doing right here in the demo. The next thing that you have to be careful about is the placement of the eyes, which are one eye apart from each other and one eye apart from the side of the face. In this case, I have a little bit of extra space between the eyes because that's the way my character looks, so you can play with that. Secondly, you need to decide where does the nose go. The nose usually starts in that section in between the eyes, but you can decide where it starts exactly. In this case, mine starts in the middle of the eyes, and so do the ears, so I can place them always in the same spot. Now, I'm going to teach you something quickly about the planes of the face. There are 3 planes of the face. In green here, I am marking the forehead and the mouth area, which curves a little bit, it's a little bit curved. And they always face front. The second area is the area of the eyes, which is always facing forward. It's like a big cyclops goggle that is looking straight at you. Okay, and the third area is the side of the face, which is facing in a complete different direction. So if you were to cover your ears, you will see that that is looking in a complete different direction. So even when you're doing something wrong, you need to remember in which direction everything looks. The side of the face looks face sideways and the front of the face face forward. Okay, here I'm doing the 3/4 view and I'm placing that square to determine what is the position of my eyes. Then the curved area of the forehead and the mouth, and finally the side. Imagine if you cut that bean in half, that would be the half line. That is going to determine where you place your nose and how far apart those eyes are. And where your ear starts also, if you go down a little bit and then go forward, that would be the beginning of your jaw and therefore the beginning of your mouth, because the jawline and the mouth always coincide, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to open your mouth. Finally, we have the side view, and the one thing to remember about the side view is that the eyes don't go past the forehead. So that's why I put that box there. I mark a big section for the side of the face, and then finally that curved bottom and top, which are the forehead and the mouth area. Now, one thing to be careful about is the shape of the eyes, which are like little triangle with a circle in front. And then from that triangle, I know where my nose goes because it starts halfway, as I established in the first picture. And when I place my mouth, I know where my jawline is because, as we said, the mouth coincides with the jawline and the beginning of the ear coincides with the beginning of the nose in this character. And now everything is placed correctly. I delete the excess of bean that we don't need, and that's the face. Now let me do a little demo for you. In this demo, I'm showing you a little bit of the use of perspective. When you put that bean in perspective, obviously the top half of the bean is going to be more visible, but at the same time, it's going to be covered with hair. And the other tip that I have for you is once you place all the features correctly and you have your sketch and it looks fine, one thing that you'll see me do a lot is toggle on and off the sketch. Why? Because when you're sketching, it's very rough. You have a lot of lines that initially you don't think they're adding any information, you think they're just approximations, but actually they're adding information about shape that you didn't realize was there. So if you toggle off the sketch and you see that something is missing, then you need to add some shading or you need to add some lines because some of the information has been lost. Try and retain that quality of the sketch by drawing a little bit more. In the side view, you can see exactly the same and just respecting the decisions I've made and how everything aligns and the shape and size of everything. So by using simple shapes, you can create characters that are very consistent and that you can draw them the same in every panel, especially if you're doing comics. Now, one thing to remember that is super tricky at the beginning is that the human spine is not straight, it's like an S. So when you draw the neck, you need to go slightly backwards. And finally, you may be thinking, well, this is all good and well, but if I'm gonna draw all my characters with bean shapes, then they're gonna look the same. Well, here you go, a little Goku for you, who is a bean shaped character, but is a different type of bean. So beans come in all shapes and sizes, and you can create a lot of different faces with them. I hope that this was helpful. Have fun creating your beans, and I'll see you in the next 5-minute tutorial. Bye bye.